How should society respond to wrongdoing? We need to focus on rehabilitation, however, we must go about it in a more mindful way. My main objective is to make everyone a better contributing member of society, similar to how Norway runs their prison system. I want people to be in the system for the shortest amount of time possible, because the longer you are locked up, the harder it is to re-enter society. I want people who are incarcerated to have all the skills they need in order to be able to function in our ever-changing society. I want to create facilities that people go to when they have committed wrongdoing. Each facility will be tailored to specific wrongdoings, and they will track one's progress, which will correlate to the length of one's stay. I want to split up these facilities based on the type of wrongdoing because of what Johnny Ward said. Johnny Ward said how he was in prison for 10.5 years, and the entire time no one ever asked him what he did. If no one addresses the crime that was committed, no rehabilitation will be made. Therefore, I want to group these individuals together so they can support and relate to one another. One form of society's response to wrongdoing that has stuck with me are bridewells. This is because bridewells honestly seemed like they had the right idea. However, it was obviously not executed well and ended up being astonishingly degrading. But having a space dedicated to making women better moms and improving themselves only for a few weeks seemed beneficial to me. I want to take this aspect of where someone goes to a specific place in order to rehabilitate. I want to improve on the aspects of hyper-incarceration. First off, I want to remove all forms of corporal punishment. Rehabilitation is not going to be successful if people are being surrounded by physical pain. Also, it is necessary to make sentences significantly shorter. I believe that the length of one's sentence should change depending on their behavior and progress in prison. I am also going to be referring to my response to wrongdoing as facilities, not prisons. A day in my facility, Monday through Friday. 8 a.m., wake up. 8 to 9, breakfast. At each meal, people can socialize unlike bridewells. Also, every meal will have at least 2 options. 9 to 11, outside/workout time. It is necessary for everyone to stay healthy in these facilities. That is why I am allowing 2 hours a day for people to work out and be inside in the fresh air. I remember Alan Mills saying that people would go a decade or 2 without seeing grass in prison. 11 to 1, work/education. 1 to 2, lunch. 2 to 6, work/education. 6 to 7, dinner. 7 to 8, individual/group counselor meetings. 8 to 9:30, free time. It is important for people to socialize in situations like this. In some of the first prisons, people always found a way to communicate with one another no matter what. It's better to schedule this time in and allow for it because people will do it no matter what. 9:30 to 11, alone time in rooms. People need to reflect on their day because it is a key part of growth. Alternate 7 p.m. to 10 p.m., college courses available. A day in my facility, Saturday through Sunday. 10 a.m., wake up. 10 to 11, breakfast. 11 to 12, outside/workout time/church if one wishes. It is important for people to connect to their identity if it benefits them. Just because one is locked up doesn't mean they should lose this. Noon to 1, activity of choice. I want to offer activities that will allow people to relax from their traumatic experiences. Some of their activities will include things like gardening or painting. 1 to 2, lunch. 2 to 4, activity of choice. 4 to 5, visitors. It is important for people to keep in touch with their families. One of the hardest aspects of re-entering society is having to get to know your family again, and everyone needs their support system. 5 to 6 is counselor meetings. 6 to 7, dinner. 7 to 11, free time. Progress/length of stay. In order to leave the facilities, one must prove their progress. It is necessary for people to have finished their high school education. If this has not been done, it is required for them to get a GED. In our society, it's nearly impossible to make a living without this. If one wishes to further their education, college-level courses will be available at night. I'm also offering 1 day a month, if one has good behavior, to spend a day with their family. It's important to have your support system in times like these. Every 3 months, it is required for everyone to have a medical checkup. Mental and physical health have been far too neglected in our prison system. Occupations are also required. There are multiple jobs. If one wishes to work inside the facility, their job will change every month in order for them to learn new skills and continue to grow. The jobs will include occupations like janitors or working in a commissary. If one wishes to work outside the facility, they will be working with the people on the outside. This will benefit their communication skills and give them real-world experiences. In order to leave the facility, one must work 1,000 hours. This is equal to 30 hours a week, which is 8 months, which is significantly shorter than a usual prison sentencing. Everyone will get paid a minimum wage and everyone will be appreciated. Counselor meetings. Everyone must go to a counselor meeting 1 to 2 times a week. Some also have group sessions from 1 to 2 times a week. This is important because it will allow people to support themselves and get a better sense of their situations. When one gets their GED, 1,000 hours of work and their counselor says that they have made enough progress to leave, there is a 2-week schedule to prepare for re-entry. Days 1 to 5 will be learning about current events and how society has changed locally to globally. They will watch the news and learn about how the new advanced technology that is necessary in today's society, such as computers and iPhones. Days 6 to 8 will be dedicated to obtaining a steady job. They will work on their resumes and go through a series of mock interviews. Days 9 to 10 will be learning about how to budget money or finding a place to live in. These days are also subjective to what the person specifically needs. Days 11 to 12 will simply be walking outside in their town, accompanied by an employee who works in the facility. This will allow them to practice their communication skills and how to use transportation. Days 13 to 14 will be helping the individual with anything they desire, such as dieting or any questions they have. I understand that this response to wrongdoing may be hard to actually execute and maintain. However, based on what I've learned throughout the school year, I do think this type of facility would be far more beneficial than a prison. Since it's not too far off from a prison, I think this concept has a better chance of becoming a reality.